Sometimes the feeling of being behind doesn't come from failure. It comes from watching life move without you. You wake up, do what you need to do, survive another day, and yet there's this quiet thought in the background. I should be further than this by now. What makes this feeling heavy is that no one ever told you what on time actually looks like. There's no official schedule for becoming yourself, but your mind keeps searching for one. You look around and see people who seem ahead in career, ahead in relationships, ahead in certainty. And slowly, without noticing, you stop measuring your life by how it feels and start measuring it by how it compares. Psychologically, this happens when your internal clock gets replaced by an external one. Instead of asking, "Am I learning?" you ask, "Am I late?" Instead of asking, "Does this make sense for me?" you ask, "Why don't I have what they have?" And comparison doesn't just distort reality, it rewires your expectations. You begin to believe that progress should be visible, fast, and approved by others, but most real growth doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly, internally, often during periods that look unproductive from the outside. There are phases of life that don't give results, only rearrangements. Your values shift, your tolerance changes, your desires become more specific. But because there's nothing to show for it, your brain labels the phase as wasted time. This is why feeling behind is so painful, not because you're actually late, but because you're changing without applause. Your nervous system is especially sensitive to uncertainty. When there's no clear marker telling you you're doing fine, your body stays in a low-level state of threat. That's when rest feels undeserved and stillness feels like failure. You're not resting. You're waiting for permission. Permission to slow down. Permission to not know. Permission to be unfinished. But life doesn't move in straight lines. It moves in layers. Some years build skills. Some years build resilience. Some years build awareness. And awareness years are always misunderstood, especially while you're in them, because they don't look like success. They feel like confusion. Most people only recognize the value of these years after they're over. So when you're inside one, it feels like you're falling behind everyone else. But what if this feeling isn't a warning? What if it's an invitation? An invitation to stop racing toward an image that was never designed for you. An invitation to let your life unfold without constantly checking the clock. You don't feel behind because you're failing. You feel behind because you're becoming more conscious. And consciousness slows things down. It asks questions instead of rushing to answers. So maybe you're not late. Maybe you're just early to a version of life that doesn't need comparison. And maybe the real problem isn't that you're behind, but that you've been taught to believe there's only one direction forward.